my name is Cole. I'm turning 21 soon, and I wanted to make this video to tell you a story about how I run a clothing brand on top of my hectic life as a student. I'm currently in New York doing a full-time internship, and this is what I work on the side. And to be honest, I don't know what I'm doing. I think people like to glamorize living in New York or running a clothing brand, but in reality, a lot of it happens just out of my bedroom. So, welcome to a slice of my life. This extremely banged up box is all the samples I ordered for the trade show. So we have the duotone beanies. We have these pins. We have this key charm, which I started to take the wrap off of. Pronoun crop tops. When I was 16, I started an art account. This was a period of time when, like a lot of young people, you kind of go through a crisis when you feel like you're in a rut and don't really have any purpose. In my case, I was just studying, coming home and studying some more, and repeating that over and over again. I didn't tell anyone about my art account because I didn't really think anything would come of it. But it started to gain a lot of traction. The thought of creating a clothing brand never occurred to me before. I definitely didn't think about fashion a lot. But my followers seemed to be super interested in that. So when COVID hit and we were all stuck at home, I thought, here's a chance to make it work. It was going to be hard, but maybe I could do this thing. We also have a ton of shirts, sweaters. Look at that. Wait, did I order the plushies? Oh my god. It started off with making pins. Then I used the first few $1,000s to make clothes in 2021. From there, it was an uphill challenge, from negotiating with manufacturers, to packing orders in a school classroom, to dealing with a bunch of new problems that came up. But I had amazing friends who helped me along the way. The brand was going to be called Pop, gender-neutral clothing that created a safe space for people through colorful, unique designs. Since myself and a lot of my art account followers identified as queer, I wanted to take inspiration from these shared experiences and create gender-inclusive clothing for everyone to wear and to celebrate that. I'm taking the keychain out of the wrap right now. When it comes, it kind of just looks like a misty, like you don't know what's going on. Are you ready for this? Oh my god! Well, at least it's well protected. Art is something that makes me so happy. And the art that I created was cute and colorful, and I think it uplifted me, as well as apparently a lot of people online who were my followers and eventually became customers. Product that was designed for Pride Month. It shows all of our original characters. This gotcha machine, and you have the prizes as pride flags. So you have like non-binary, lesbian, transgender. This was actually guest designed. Someone created some fan art and we loved it so much. Okay, cool. Starting a clothing brand, you realize that you have to wear many hats. The designer, the marketer, the distributor. Right now, I'm putting on another hat. In 3 weeks, I'm going to a trade show. A trade show is where you have a lot of businesses exhibiting, and buyers passing through and looking at all of the exhibits. This trade show is one of the biggest in New York. Since today, we've just been selling online, never really in a proper store. This is the start of a new chapter. Whew. I'm pretty nervous to talk to professional buyers. These people buy in the thousands from businesses like me, and it feels like very unfamiliar territory. But I really want a company like Hot Topic or Zoomies to pick up my designs. One of my big dreams is to just walk across the store somewhere and see your clothes in the window. So we have the plushie, we have the pins and the sweaters, but there's more. More shirts, more hoodies. If it can't be enough. Okay, I need to design a booth with all these in it. So this is what I was thinking. Okay, so what happened was I got the call and I kind of just agreed without knowing what the hell I was getting myself into, which was hours of tutorials, preparing a lot of documents, and figuring out decorations. I did realize though, as I was building this business, that you could really just learn things as you go along, with YouTube and Google and poking around on the internet. One thing that's amazing to me is how much information is out there. You can pretty much learn how to do anything. And I'm excited to have you join me on this journey. Here we have the final product. Or, I mean, like the final mock-up. Ta-da! Magic. We have a small booth. It's 5 times 8 feet. Therefore, the design has to be extremely, extremely eye-catching. So I was thinking I would paint the walls a cloudy texture with cats. On top of my internship, running a brand means I can work around 60 to 70 hours a week. It can be lonely sometimes in the quiet solitude of late nights and early mornings. Whenever I tell people I have a brand, there's a lot of, "Whoa, that's so cool." In reality, a lot of it is me sitting in my room, staring at a laptop with terrible posture. At the same time, I know I'm so lucky because I now feel like there's a reason why I'm here, and it's all the amazing people I've met along the way, the friends who support me and believe in me, and the customers who really resonate with this brand. And all this is kind of funny because I'm 20. Like, what do I know about purpose? I can't even dream it. At least for a few weeks. Good morning. It's 7 a.m. and I just received this email. We have had a look at the line sheet and are really happy to stock your merch if you give us the go-ahead. It's a store. This is amazing. They wanted these beanies, pins, and the shirt I'm wearing. They're not actually in the US. They're an independent tattoo studio based in Scotland. My employee actually saw a bunch of TikToks of the owner of the shop, Natalia, wearing our clothes. And we reached out, and long story short, they are our first retailer. Shout out to Soft Soul Studio. They're doing great work for the community, starting this independent studio that's really themed on creating a safe space. Our first store. Now it's almost 8:30 and I've been speaking really quietly not to wake up my roommates. And also, if I don't leave for work now, I'm gonna be late. So, I'm gonna go. The weather is quite nice today. Are you seeing this? This is totally an aside, but I love the subway and my 45-minute commute to work. You can just watch people and forget about everything. I'm still learning how to take breaks from working and not feel guilty about it. Sometimes it's overwhelming trying to be a good employee, a good boss, a good friend. I always wonder if I'm really doing my best in any of these.
3, 2, 1.
At the same time, I feel so incredibly lucky to have all these opportunities and to be able to be so much more that I didn't feel like I could be at 16. And I'm trying to make the most of it while I can. Okay, so a new package came in. I'm really excited to unpack this. We're gonna be working with a pretty influential streamer on this new collection. This is the first time we tried putting plushies on the hoodie, and I actually really like the way it turned out. It feels really nice. Yeah, so nothing's official yet, so I can't really say anything, but you can kind of see the illustration, so if you know, you know. If you're watching this video, you probably want to start a business or YouTube, or you have an idea. And maybe there's fear, like, what if I fail? What if people see me fail? But I think if you have the chance, so what if it's cringe? Just do it. Don't think too much ahead. It's about taking that first step and figuring things out from there and putting on your first hat. By the time you're watching this, I probably have turned 21. And I've only recently realized I do like to make videos for me to come to terms with some of the things I'm going through and to share those experiences with the world. So, hello, my name is Cole. I'm originally from Hong Kong, but I came to the US 3 years ago for college. And I'm still trying to figure a lot of things out. And it's nice to meet you.